Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin this video by asking you guys this simple question. And I honestly require your answer. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua can do whatever he's been doing? Holding meetings, several of them, in Wamunyoro, traversing the entire Mount Kenya, meeting opinion shapers, forming a political party. Do you think Rigathi Gachagua can do all those? Then when the right time comes, then he will decide not to run, but instead hand over those people to say Kalonzo Musyoka. I doubt. Something is convincing me that Rigathi Gachagua will be on the ballot in 2027 unless he will be blocked. But that's something we can discuss later. In this video, I want us to talk about something which is happening in Mount Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua is traversing the mountain. And Rigathi Gachagua is destroying William Ruto completely during those tours. Today, Rigathi Gachagua was in Kikuyu constituency. And he really destroyed William Ruto.
Hapa Kikuyu, wasaliti waende wasiende. Wasaliti waende wasiende. Wakapu wanasema wasaliti waende. Dauga, ngoja kidogo. Ni sawa Jenzi. Wewe Jenzi peace. Sawa Jenzi. Aya Jenzi hoye. Jenzi hoye. Jenzi hoye. Aya ngoja kidogo kijana. Dauga DCP nemoe rodi wake amagito. Nemoe. Ne hawogwo. Mugeka gwo mukauga sikiza ground. DCP. Hapa Kikuyu constituency kuna mtu wa UDA amebaki. Hapa Dagoretti kuna mtu ya UDA. UDA iende isiende. Ihame. Wacha nione wanachama wa DCP. Harambee.
Which begs the question, what is Rigathi Gachagua's game plan with these current political activities in the mountain? That's exactly what I want us to look at in this video. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two. Click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, because of time, I want to be very brief. The first thing Rigathi Gachagua is keen on, for me, is that Rigathi is trying to consolidate the mountain. And the question is, why would Rigathi Gachagua be so keen on consolidating the mountain? Because let's face it, the mountain voted for William Ruto almost to the last man. As we speak, the mountain has drifted away from William Ruto. If elections were to be held, I'm 100% sure that almost over 89% of the mountain will vote against William Ruto. But Rigathi Gachagua is still busy trying to consolidate the mountain. Why? Number one, he's keen on making his party, DCP, the party of choice for the region. Why do you think he's keen on that? Number two, Rigathi Gachagua also wants to control the politics of the mountain. That's why he's keen on consolidating. And why is controlling the politics of the mountain important? Kingpin. So that when that time will come and people will be sitting on a table, Rigathi Gachagua will be sitting right there. Of course, as we speak, Rigathi Gachagua is already on the table. He's dictating the terms on the other side of the opposition. And of course, brings me to another important aspect, which is negotiations. Let me just take you to the mountain. There's a general consensus in the mountain that if elections were to be held, they might vote for Matiang'i or let's say for Kalonzo Musyoka. But who has the numbers? Is it Uhuru or is it Rigathi? For example, if Matiang'i were to be the candidate and sponsored by Jubilee, Jubilee is Uhuru Kenyatta's party. It means Jubilee will have a presidential candidate. Of course, the mountain will rally behind that candidate. But who will have the people? So he's putting himself in a situation where, whichever way you look at it, he will be sitting on a table. And of course, the other thing he's doing by consolidating, Rigathi is trying to look for candidates across. And that's why he's making the grave mistake of identifying candidates early and doing the mistake of endorsing them the way he endorsed Jude Jomo today.
Jude Jomo ako sawa. Jude Jomo anaweza hawezi? Anaweza hawezi? Arudi asirudi? Jude Jomo arudi asirudi? Wangapi wanasema Jude Jomo arudi, Jude Jomo arudi? Harambee! Haya mheshimiwa Jude Jomo, ongea na watu wako.
The second thing Rigathi Gachagua is doing, which I don't know whether it's good or bad for him, is that he's trying to fight the emergence of any other political party in the mountain. If you've been keenly following Rigathi Gachagua, there's something he's telling the residents there. That Jubilee party is being used by the government. Then that time, he accused Moses Kuria's party, and Moses Kuria was very mad that that party is being used to fight the mountain. On this platform, I've always asked you why Rigathi Gachagua could not agree with Uhuru Kenyatta just to either join Jubilee party or form another political party. But it's understandable. Rigathi Gachagua wants his party to be the dominant party in the mountain. And for him to do that, he must fight any other party. Ladies and gentlemen, before I give you my third point, which is also very, very important, allow me to introduce you guys to Kile Kitabu. Kile Kitabu is a digital debt tracker designed for small businesses. For example, if you are running a small shop and you extend credit facilities, how do you normally track the people you extend the credit facilities to? You normally just put them in a book. So Kile Kitabu is a solution to that. You will be able to keep those records digitally, and it will be easier for you to manage them. Just download it from the Play Store and thank me later. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also looking at this Rigathi Gachagua's moves as part of his strategy to sustain anti-William Ruto's narrative in the mountain. If there's one thing that Rigathi Gachagua must sustain, is anti-William Ruto's narrative in the mountain. Because if he will fail to do that, William Ruto will make a serious comeback. And should William Ruto make a serious comeback, it's going to be dangerous for him. I was in some group. We were just talking politics as usual. And one of them raised a question that, Rigathi Gachagua is making mistakes by exaggerating things using propaganda. That is going to backfire on him. I told him William Ruto was propelled to the presidency through propaganda. And William Ruto managed to sustain the propaganda for 5 years. And I was trying to remind them that Rigathi Gachagua is actually a student of Ruto. He's trying to apply William Ruto's playbook. But the question is, can he sustain that narrative from now until the next election? Because saying Kasongo this, Ruto bad, one term, is classy, but can they be sustained? That's exactly what he's trying to do. Try to sustain anti-William Ruto's narrative in the mountain. Number 4, I think the truth is, Rigathi is keen on making his party visible. What I can term brand visibility. There is no way you can convince anybody that Rigathi Gachagua is not a major player in 2027 presidential elections. Rigathi Gachagua just formed his party the other day. That party was supposed to hold some meeting. Was it on 3rd or 4th? They were denied the use of Kasarani. But the fact is, today, if you walk around and you see some colors, you'll definitely associate those colors with Rigathi Gachagua's party. In short, Rigathi is trying to sustain the visibility, brand visibility of his DCP party. And that's why in most of those political rallies, you'll always see him donning a shirt with the DCP logo somewhere. And lastly, Rigathi is trying to make himself a factor in 2027. I think he's taking it personal. Let's face it. Let's face it. Where's Rigathi Gachagua's strength? Rigathi Gachagua's strength is in the mountain. Why? Because Mount Kenya will definitely determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya in 2027. That one we can't deny. How Mount Kenya will vote will determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, at some point, Rigathi Gachagua made a point that Uhuru Kenyatta is still the kingpin. Assuming Uhuru Kenyatta managed to outwit Rigathi Gachagua, do you think even Ruto or any other person would be keen on Rigathi Gachagua? They'd not be keen because of Rigathi Gachagua's brand of politics. I listened to Sabina Chege today. Listening to her. And that's exactly the opinion of most people, including those who really wanted to support Rigathi Gachagua and are yet to make their mind. But the fact is, by doing that, Rigathi is ensuring that he's a factor in 2027. So there is no political formation in this country which is going to be formed without figuring out how do we bring on Rigathi, or how do we deal with Rigathi Gachagua's factor. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen. Bye-bye.